Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to another video here on the Arabic in 60 Steps channel. I'm your Arabic teacher Sam, and this is episode 8, I believe, in our Alauddin walkthrough series that we're doing here on the YouTube channel. It is sponsored by all of the paying students on the Arabic in 60 Steps program, so we'd like to first thank you. I would like to say thank you very much for your role in that, and would like to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to put barakah in your studies and to bless you in your results from the program as well. So on this little series, we are doing a giveaway. We are going to do 12 episodes, I think, and then it'd be a good time to maybe move on to something else. But we'll reassess that in episode 12. We'll do it live, and we'll kind of get a feel of the room to see if we'll continue with this or if we'll move on to another text. But anyway, so what we're doing in the giveaway is, for one of the people who's following along with this, you need to comment on every single one of the videos, you need to subscribe to the YouTube channel, you need to like every one of the videos, and you need to share every one of the videos in the series as well. Not on the whole channel. Some students have messaged me and said, I've shared every video on your channel. Jazakumullahu khair. I'd very, very much appreciate that. But you don't need to share. I think I've got like 100 videos on this. You don't need to share 100 videos, right? But what are we doing in the giveaway? Well, you'll get one of these Arabic in 60 Steps mugs. We can do it in white or black. You get one of these Arabic in 60 Steps jumpers. We can do it in white or black, or you can have a t-shirt in white or black as well. And we have one of these Quran Galaxy lamps as well, which we'll send to you as well. Total value of all of it is about £100, so it's a really cool prize. I love this. I think yeah. I might put this away actually, because it's just started telling me that I need to charge it up. But you can see it lighting up, right? I think when you tap it, I think it lights up. But anyway, like, it's really cool, because actually another thing is it's really sturdy. Like my youngest, Yunus, he's 1, and he picks it up and like throws it around and stuff, and it's never got damaged or anything. So they're really hardy. If you've got really small kids, they're really good. But you can have the Quran on it. Obviously it has the entire Quran on it, and lots of nasheeds as well, and it has all the different reciters on it, that like all of the main ones that we all know about, yeah. So that's a really cool prize. I'm going to put it over here because it might be, when it gets low on charge, it says please charge, and we don't want that going on throughout the whole lesson, so we'll put it over there, and if it starts complaining, then we'll put it away. Good, so those are the prizes, that's the competition, that's the thank you very much for the students in the Arabic in 60 Steps program. One last announcement is the reopening of the Arabic in 60 Steps program. It was our plan to open up for another cohort at the beginning of this month, but our transition to the new technology that we're moving to, so that we can have exams and progress checking and loads of other really cool stuff that we're adding to the program as well as a student community kind of bolted onto the program as well. That's just taken longer than we thought it would, just some technical issues that we want to really make sure we get right before we move over, but it is our plan to open up in the next few days, so please, please, please keep an eye on the website on arabic in60steps.com. Or if you know that you're interested and you want me to reserve a place for you anyway, you can always email me, sam@arabic in60steps.com, and we'll make sure we reserve a place for you, because our next cohort will probably only have maybe 20 spaces, maybe. Yeah, maybe. So, so I think that's everything. I think that's everything that we need for now. So let's get into it. So this is lesson 8, and we are down to غرض الساحر الإفريقي. If you don't have access to the PDF, you want to read along it as well, I'll put it in the description below as well, so you can go over and check it out. Good. So what is a غرض? What is a غرض? A غرض is a purpose, or a pursuit of something, a purpose really. غرض الساحر. We've talked about the sahir before. The sahir is the one who does sihr. The sahir is the fa'il pattern, meaning a person who kind of does that thing. A sahir is a person who does sihr, a person who does magic, so a magician. Al-Ifriqi, so it is a African. The African sahir. Very nice. Just some other examples on that really quickly. Like that's a really common and useful thing to know about in the Arabic language. We cover it in step 6 on the program, where you take this fa'il pattern and you put the root letters of other words in it, and you get kind of the person or the thing that does that verb. So, for example, we have the verb the word sihr. A sahir is a person who does sihr. If we take the verb kataba, meaning to write, a katib is a writer. Or we take the verb qara'a, meaning to read or recite. A qari' is a reciter. The verb rasama means to draw something. A rasim would be a drawer or an artist, rather. So that's really common. A person who does kafara, a person who does the disbelieving, a kafir is a disbeliever, for example. So you can see how there's kind of a pattern throughout those. Sahir, katib, qari', kafir, right? And another one that's useful actually for a word that we encounter quite a lot in this text, the verb talaba. Talaba actually means to seek something, but a talib means a seeker, but we know the word to mean a student, right? It does mean a student. A talib means a student, but in Arabic the word for student has the connotation of being a person who seeks knowledge, which is quite refreshing, really. You know, we kind of assume that a student is really someone who sits in a classroom like that most of the time. But no, in Arabic a student is a talib, is a seeker, someone who actively is seeking the knowledge. Good, so let's get into the text. So we are right at the beginning. I always try to highlight stuff as we go, but I can't promise that I'll always remember, because I rarely do. وكان هذا الساحر الإفريقي يقرأ في كتب السحر. Very nice. So وكان هذا الساحر. وكان is a nice way of putting something in the past. You know, it's kind of setting the scene for something. And it was هذا الساحر الإفريقي. This African magician, يقرأ, he reads, في كتب السحر. So because of كان and يقرأ, it kind of makes يقرأ in the past, right? It's saying that he was reading or something like that, or he used to read, something like that. So وكان هذا الساحر الإفريقي يقرأ في, he reads in كتب السحر. He reads in the books of السحر. Why is it the books if there's no L on the beginning of L? In the beginning of kutub, it's because this is the mudaf, and a mudaf never has L at the beginning, or tanween, off the top of my head. So, في كتب السحر, in the books of السحر, in the books of sihr. Good, he reads in the books of sihr. What does he read? أن في الصين كنزا لا مثيل له. That's a really nice expression. So, أن في الصين, that indeed in a scene, that indeed in China. Kenzan, a kenz is a treasure. Kunuz is the plural. Kenz, kunuz. Anna fi الصين kenzan, there is a kenz, there is a treasure. La mathila lahu, there is no like of it. There is no like to it. La mathila, a mathil is a thing like it. There's nothing like it. We had someone in the comments, thank you very much for the person who answered this question about this. La an-nafiya lil jins. The absolute no, what you'll do with that, if you want to say there is no something, like what's going on here, there is no likeness of it, la mathila, you have one fatha on the end of mathila. So another example that's really common is saying la ilaha, there is no ilah, there is nothing, there is no deity, la ilaha illallah, except Allah. You know, in kind of further explanation of that expression that some of the scholars give, is la ma'buda. A ma'bud is the same as an ilah, really. Ilah means a deity, but a ma'bud is a thing that a abid worships, right? La ma'buda bihaqqin. There is no ma'buda bihaqqin. There is nothing worshipped in truth, or by it. There is nothing with the right of worship. Illallah. Good. Anyway, a bit of a tangent, but we'll come back. لا مثيل له. There is no likeness of it. في كل كنوز الأرض, in any of the treasures of the الأرض, of the treasures of the earth. وأن في ذلكم الكنز مصباحا عجيبا منقوشا عليه طلاسم. Good. وأن في ذلكم in this case, but it would read just as well to say ذلك الكنز. And in that kenz, and in that treasure, is a misbah. Misbahan is a lamp. Ajiban, a wondrous. There is a wondrous lamp. Manqushan, there is a manqush. If something is manqush, it is engraved. Manqushan alayhi, engraved upon it is a talasim. I know a talasim is a talisman, but I don't really know what that is in English. The only reason why I know it is because I've been through translations of texts before that translate talasim to talisman, but is it like a logo on it or something with writing on it? Is that what a talisman? Someone put in the comments for me, please educate me, inshallah, on what a talisman is. But anyway, we have in brackets next to a little explanation, so maybe that'll help us out. Okay, so كتابات خفية وخطوط غامضة. Okay, good. So, yeah, كتابات خفية. So there are cryptic. خفية is perhaps cryptic is a good translation of that. So there are kind of cryptic writings. وخطوط غامضة. خطوط, we talked about خطوط before, is kind of the writing, there's the script of it, the handwriting of it. You can use the singular of it, خط, to literally mean someone's handwriting. I remember people in Palestine saying to me, خطك جميل, that your handwriting is beautiful. They're way too complimentary out there. You know, it's not really, my handwriting's not, but yeah, your خطوط are the lines of it, literally lines, right? When they talk about handwriting, a خط is literally a line, but خطوط, the lines are غامضة. They are mysterious. I think mysterious is a good translation for غامض. But yeah, the خطوط غامضة. Why is it غامضة? Why is it feminine? Well, because خطوط. خطوط is a non-human plural, so we describe it using a feminine singular adjective. غامضة. The writings are mysterious. من السحر. Yeah, there's kind of mysterious writings of magic on it. إذا فكرها الإنسان بيده جاءه خادم المصباح ملبيا كل ما يطلبه منه. Nice. إذا فكرها. And if or when فكرها. The verb فكر means to rub something, right? So when he rubs it, الإنسان, when a man, when a human rubs it, بيده, with his hand, جاءه, comes to him, خادم المصباح. The خادم, the verb خدمة, I feel like the verb actually خدمة. خدمة, I'm not sure. But it means to serve, really. So a khadim is a server or a servant. The servant of the misbah comes to him, the servant of the misbah. Mulabbiyan. Mulabbi. If something is mulabbi, it means responding. Right? Let's find out what he's responding to, though. Mulabbiyan kulla ma yatlubuhu min. So he responds to anything that you request of him. Okay. So when a person rubs it with his hand, the servant of the misbah comes out responding to anything you request of him, anything you demand of him. وكان الساحر الإفريقي يعلم أن خادم المصباح هو أكبر الملوك الجن وأقواهم. Very nice. وكان الساحر الإفريقي يعلم. So يعلم means he knows, but because it's كان, it sort of means he knew. And the African magician or sorcerer knew that the servant of the lamp, he is the greatest of the kings of the jinn. Huwa akbaru, he is the greatest or the biggest, but greatest really. It doesn't mean it's the biggest in size, right? Like, you know, it's not necessary for him to be big. It means he's great, right? So the greatest of the muluk. Muluk is the plural of melik. Muluk il-jinn, the kings of the jinn. Wa aqwahum. And, well, qawiyun means strong. Aqwa means the strongest. Why is there an alif in there? Well, the word aqwa, meaning stronger, usually has an alif maqsura on the end. But a little rule in Arabic is that when you add a dhamir onto the end, a pronoun, it becomes an alif tawila. Very nice. أقواهم, and the strongest of them. وأكثرهم جنودا, and the majority of them. وأكثرهم جنودا, the majority of them are junud. The plural of jundi, which is a soldier. So junudan, the majority of them are soldiers. I don't think that's true, but yeah, I mean in this, the majority of the jinn are soldiers. But as I say, I don't think this is an authentic Islamic opinion, though. Yeah, well, it's definitely not. There are a lot of jinn in the army of Sulaiman, though, alayhi salam. You can read about that in Surah An-Naml. There's an ayah in Surah An-Naml, starts from maybe ayah 19 or 18, if I remember that right. وَحُشِرَ لِسُلَيْمَانَ جُنُودُهُ مِنَ الْجِنِّ وَالْإِنسِ وَالطَّيْرِ فَهُمْ يُوزَعُونَ. That the armies kind of were sort of hoarded to Sulaiman. They were hoarded to him. حُشِرَ لِسُلَيْمَانَ من الجن. So even from the jinn, there were even jinn in his army. والإنس, and people, والطير, and even birds. There were birds in jinn and humans in his army. فَهُمْ يُوزَعُونَ, and they're kind of in pursuit. So there are definitely jinn who are junood, but I don't believe it's the Islamic position that the majority of the jinn are soldiers. Bismillah. وليس في استطاعة أحد من الناس أن يفتح ذلكم الكنز أو يدخل إلا فتى. Good. وليس في استطاعة, and it is not in the ability. استطاعة is the masdar of the verb استطاع, form 10 verb, meaning to be able to do something. And for you, you say أنا أستطيع أن كذا وكذا, that I'm able to do كذا, I'm able to do something, right? And it was not in the ability of أحد من الناس, is not in the ability of anyone أن يفتح ذلكم, and open that kenz, to open that treasure, أو يدخله, or to enter it, إلا فتى, except a boy. إلا فتى. A feta, yeah, means a boy, young lad, a feta. It doesn't end there. It kind of explains who this feta is. Maybe we should scroll down a little bit just to learn who that feta is. So yeah, so it says إلا فتى at the end here, and then it says في أحد بلاد الصين. Yeah, so except a boy in one of the lands of China, in one of the in China. Good. In the next lesson, lesson 9, we will do that, and we will do that lesson this week as well, but it won't be live this week. Unfortunately, I just can't find a good slot for it to do it live. So I'll record it probably straight after this, and I'll release it shortly after. Yes, so we'll do that in the next lesson, and then we'll also do lessons 10 and 11, and then 12 will be our last one, and it will be live, and we'll also announce the winner of of all of the prizes. So yeah, only 4 lessons left. Something we have in the works is I would like to create a little book that kind of goes with this 12-step series. I've kind of already started getting the vocab lists and the texts and stuff together, just for future students, and also for you guys as well, if you want to revise from it and stuff as well. It would be nice. We'll make it sort of nicely designed and everything as well. We'll have it all a bit kind of mystical and everything. We'll have nice artwork in and everything, just as something for you guys to revise from, because we'll probably learn a few hundred words throughout these 12 lessons that we're going to do. So it'll be quite nice to kind of package it up in some way, so that later students can benefit from it as well, and you guys can revise as well if you wish. We could I was going to say we could do an exam for it as well to see how you guys do, but I don't know where I can find the time for it because it's already mental. That's everything for this lesson. I hope and I pray from the bottom of my heart that you guys have enjoyed it and benefited from it. I hope that I haven't got too excited and rushed over very important things that you needed to know. If there's anything in particular you'd like to ask about, then please do not hesitate to comment in the comment section below. And if you want to know anything about the Arabic in 60 Steps program, I would love to welcome another cohort of you guys into the program this month. So please contact me, inshallah, if you have any questions at all, you'd like any help with that. And please keep an eye on the website as well for when we reopen in the next couple of days. That's it. You guys have an amazing day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.